You think I was a spy? So much in Monte Carlo, but can't afford to buy. Tropical adventures, Tahiti to Brazil. New York to Tokyo, never get my fill. It's a long way home to Philadelphia, far cry from where I began. It's a long way home to Philadelphia, following a plan with no map in my head. Awake in a dream, fantasy come true. City of my birth, the bell of liberty. From Philly to the world, live my destiny. It's a long way home to Philadelphia, far cry from where I began. It's a long way home to Philadelphia, following a plan with no map in my hand. It's a long way home to Philadelphia, far cry from where I began. It's a long way home to Philadelphia, far cry from where I began. It's a long way home to Philadelphia, following a plan with no map in my head. Far cry, far cry.
I went to Overbrook High. Yeah, home of Will Smith, Will Chamberlain. Oh gosh, there's so many other people I could mention, but we got a nice little group going. I went to Temple University and went for just 1 year. I was an art major in high school, and I thought I was going to be like a graphic designer or something like that, but I could not sit still too long. I needed to move. I had already started musical theater training and stuff like that, so that was what I followed, because sitting still too long meant I'd fall asleep. I used to watch the TV variety shows, you know, all of them, every single one that was on, Ed Sullivan, etc., Hollywood Palace, the Bill Cosby Show, Sonny and Cher, anything that was on, I watched it. And if they had dancers, most of them did. They had dance troupes, and they would Tom Jones was one of my favorite ones. They would illustrate whatever song was on for the artist, and it was just like, that's what I want to do. And I danced. I mean, I was already dancing in my home, but I didn't have any training, you know. But I would make up stuff. I would do what they did, you know. My dad was a good singer, and my aunt was also a very good singer. She almost went out with one of the girl groups back in the day, but her husband wouldn't let her. And like I said, I always sang, but I never knew that I had something that people cared to listen to. So it wasn't until I got on Broadway that I stretched out, because I did 2 Broadway shows after moving to New York, and you know, in musical theater, you really should be able to sing, dance, and act. And so I got to exercise all of that. So while I was on Broadway having to sing, I was my first show was with Phyllis Hyman and Gregory Hines in Sophisticated Ladies. And Phyllis became my mentor. I followed mostly the R&B route because that was my training. By the time I did get to Broadway, I had studied with an opera coach. 3 lessons, only 3 lessons. And he said that I was on the right track. He said, the only thing that I had to learn was, you know, when you're listening to music and you're singing with it, you tend to sing behind yourself so that you can hear all the music and be part of it. So I had to learn how to push my sound forward. That was all. He said my breathing was good, my tone was good, my instincts were good. So I just kept working on it. Then after I was on Broadway, I moved into concert singing and I toured with Harry Belafonte. That was probably the next level of a break because I was a featured vocalist. I had to sing with him and be good. So it gave me the understanding that I did have something that people wanted to hear and that someone as big as him would be, you know, saying that I have something that they want to hear. I have been fortunate to travel the world, and almost every work that I've done. When I started doing musical theater, I ended up in Bermuda for a month, in Puerto Rico for a month, Trinidad, Tobago. So then from there, you know, going out with Harry Belafonte, we did all of Canada. We went all through Europe, parts of Africa. You couldn't ask for better. The company that I work with is called Songbirds Unlimited, Wade & Wade Productions, and they created the piece. And I come in as the star, choreographer, co-writer. The show is a representation of the shows that used to be in Atlantic City at the Club Harlem and the clubs that were on that strip on Kentucky Avenue. A nightlife that we just don't have anymore, unfortunately. A lot of great stars came through there. A lot of people got their training there. And so the woman that I work with, Jerry Wade, she grew up in Atlantic City, and that's how that show grew with her remembering and putting those remembrances together. And then we put a fictitious show on top of it to kind of carry the music along. Particularly, I love Jamey. We walk in, everything is in place for us to start. We don't have to bring a whole lot of anything, just bring ourselves and our talent and our show. And also, I like being in my hometown. For one, good music. For two, positive music. Music that touches people and inspires people to move beyond their comfort zone in terms of just letting things be. And when we can fix something, we need to fix it. We need to change it. And it starts individually.
I know all is provided, wasting neither time nor space. Something tells me this is heaven when we live in grace.
About this genre of music, I think that we are especially blessed, performers like us, because we have a piece of pre-50 and a piece of post-50. I personally think that the time between the end of World War II and maybe 1975 was the greatest period for American music in an amalgam in the 20th century. Everyone was playing each other's music. We were learning different cultures. We were marrying pieces together. And I just thought that we really had an amazing education in that period of time. The instruments that we play are hundreds of years old. There are very few instruments that we play that are brand new. Of course, the synthesizer is possibly the newest instrument, and it has come along in a couple of reincarnations. But our violins, our pianos, our guitars, our drums are basic. And for the most part, I think that we have squeezed as much as we possibly can out of these instruments at this time. And our challenge is to continue to create music and possibly create a new instrument. I don't know what it's going to be or when it's going to be, but we're doing our best as musicians, I like to say, of a certain age, to maintain what we had and to continue to create through that and possibly have a soil that will grow something new.